सैल्यूट आपके परिश्रम को, सैल्यूट
इन्होंने मणिपुर में हिंदुस्तान की हत्या की है, सिर्फ मणिपुर की नहीं हिंदुस्तान की हत्या की है। इनकी राजनीति ने मणिपुर को नहीं हिंदुस्तान को मणिपुर में मारा है, हिंदुस्तान को कत्ल किया है, हिंदुस्तान का मर्डर किया है मणिपुर में।
Independent Islamic Republic.
Modern India is the most populous country on the planet. The population structure is good. That's why many countries and multinational companies flock to the Indian market. However, India has a fatal political wound, that is, domestic separation, the trend of independence. There's too many contradictions between the central government and the local government. Ethnic, religious and racial policies are difficult to implement.
सिटीजनशिप अमेंडमेंट कानून ये भारत के किसी नागरिक के लिए, चाहे वो हिंदू हो या मुसलमान, ये कानून उसके लिए है ही नहीं।
फाड़ दिया था, जला दिया था। इसीलिए जब महात्मा ने फाड़ा, मैं इस बिल को फाड़ता हूं। ये हिंदुस्तान को तोड़ने की कोशिश कर रहा है।
It's actually a total mess, and what's made it worse is the Modi regime. Since July this year, serious ethnic conflict has erupted in Manipur, one of the 6 states in northeastern India, over the unfairness of government policies. The Meitei people, who practice Hinduism, India's dominant religion, wanted more concessions on land, loans and job opportunities. And the Kuki, who believe in Christianity, naturally became dissatisfied. There's been riots and protests ever since, and what has the Modi regime done about it? Absolutely nothing, because Narendra Modi is a Hindu nationalist. He believes Islam and Christianity are foreign religions, so the response to the violence in Manipur has been extremely slow, and the majoritarian Hindu Meitei people literally have the green light to persecute the Christian Kukis of Manipur, all endorsed and encouraged by the BJP regime. Protests have escalated into violence. The riots have killed hundreds of people, including many unarmed women and children, and left tens and thousands homeless. Manipur is the home of lilies. Their people are close to Tibetans, and Manipur is also a branch of the Sino-Tibetan language family, which is completely different from Hindi, the dominant language of India. So you can understand why Modi doesn't really care about Manipur, as he wants to impose one religion and one language all across India. And Manipur is a mess he doesn't want to get involved in right now due to fear of Manipur breaking away from India. Initially, the Indian National Congress Party, led by Jawaharlal Nehru, made countless promises to the people of Manipur, including priority development, preferential policies, autonomy, respect for religious beliefs, and respect for unique folklore. During the reign of Jawaharlal Nehru, Manipur didn't really have an army, so it couldn't really compete with the Indian army, so in the end, Manipur chose to become a state of India. However, the promises made by Jawaharlal Nehru were not kept. India's government level funding is abysmal in Manipur, and for a mountainous state like Manipur, the government hasn't lived up to its promise. There's no good roads out there, neither bridges to promote integration with mainland India. So in order to weaken the Manipuris, all previous Indian governments and including the current regime of Modi have kept the Manipuris fighting one another. Hindus versus Christians, dividing them and ruling over them, whilst both communities lose out on better standard to living. The current regime of Prime Minister Narendra Modi says the entire country has completely abolished the caste system and fights against racial discrimination. But in fact, it's quite the opposite. It's the current BJP regime that takes the lead in racial discrimination and caste discrimination through the introduction of unlawful policies. Today, the level of violence witnessed in Manipur isn't going away, and it has serious potential to break India to the point where Manipuris start declaring independence from India. If Manipur does succeed in independence, there will be a huge gap on India's eastern border, and the ensuing problem of weakened control and influence over the region will be a big, massive headache for the Narendra Modi regime. Thanks for listening to the Independent Islamic Republic. Assalamu alaikum. Have a wonderful night.